Hi everyone, welcome back to another video. This video is going to be a Q&A, as you can tell from the title, a Q&A about my first year at the University of Texas. I thought I would make this video since I'm going to be starting my second year.
I actually leave now in 4 days, but I kind of procrastinated in making this, so here we are now.
Hear about from my first year at UT and on Instagram, and so y'all wrote some questions, so I have some written down here. So let's get started. First one reads, what were the highs and lows of adjusting to life at UT? So I'm going to start with the lows. Weslaco, which is where I'm from, is majority-based Hispanic, and that's pretty much who I grew up with my whole life, were only Hispanics. There wasn't a lot of diversity, and so when I was looking for college, I knew that's something I really wanted. I wanted to expand my horizons and meet lots of new people, experience different cultures. And so, being Hispanic, yes, UT has a large Hispanic population, but in the area that I lived in, I will admit that I didn't feel super welcomed. I felt that I would kind of get looked at for being Hispanic, even though people may think that I'm white. I just felt, as I said before, like I didn't feel really welcomed, and that kind of hurt a little bit, just because I was like, I had to remind myself pretty often that I did belong there, that I did make the grades to get there, that despite what other people thought, that I am a Longhorn and I'm going to succeed there. So that I did have to remind myself of that, and I did actually experience, like, I had never gone through this before, but one time my friend and I, we went to HEB and we were just talking in Spanish. We were literally in the chip aisle, and I remember we were talking, and then these two guys I saw, like, they were literally like looking at us, like making a face because we were speaking Spanish. And that was like the first time I had ever experienced something of that sort, so that made me feel really uneasy, and I was just like, whoa, like even talking about it right now, like putting my hand on my heart, like I feel it thumping, just because it was such an awful situation, and I hope I never have to experience anything like that again. But yeah, that was like the pretty much not the only low, like despite like leaving family and stuff, but that was like a major like, whoa, I did not expect to experience that as much as I did. But despite that, that's whatever. I wanted to get that low out of the way. But the highs of adjusting to life at UT, it goes hand in hand with the low, was definitely like the meeting new people, experiencing different cultures. I have so many friends from all over the country, even people from like out of the country, which I thought was so cool, and it made me so excited. Like I got to learn so many different things, and so that was definitely one of the highs, and including my professors, like they're also different, they're also cool, so, and like they all have like really different jobs and stuff, so that was definitely one of the highs, was meeting new people. The second question reads, what's it like with so much free time in college and not living at home? So, I lived at home. I'm so dependent on my parents. Even now, I'll admit that. So not living at home was very different. It's kind of embarrassing, but I never did my laundry at home. I never cooked. So going to college, I was a little scared about that. I was like, Ava, you cannot rely on fast food to cook. Oh, but the laundry. Literally right before my mom, like we finished putting stuff in my apartment away, and my mom was just like, okay, I need to teach you how to do laundry, and I was like, whoa, hold on, what? Because everyone made laundry seem so hard. I was like, you're gonna teach me this right now? I thought I was gonna FaceTime you or something, but yeah, so she was just like, okay, you're gonna separate your colors, just pour the detergent in, press that button, you're done. I was like, oh, because my family would always be on my butt about never doing laundry, so I was like, this is all it is. It's not even hard, you guys. I promise. If you've never done laundry, don't fret, friends. You're fine. And ironing too. I never ironed at home. My mom taught me, but I didn't even take an ironing board to school. So I just got like a Downy like wrinkle releaser. I think that's what it's called. And if my clothes were wrinkled, because I was really good about laundry, like where I would it would be in the washer, I'd put it in the dryer, and then once the dryer rang, I would take it out and hang it up so that I wouldn't have to iron. So that's a tip. If you don't want to iron, just take them out right away. Take your clothes out right away. But like for nicer clothes that don't go in the dryer, I would I would take it out of the washer and then just hang it and let it dry in my restroom. And then if it did have some wrinkles, I would just put that Downy wrinkle release, and it works. I was so happy with it. I thought it wasn't gonna work, but really glad about that. Okay, so laundry, ironing, cooking. Your girl doesn't cook. I make some macaroni, I make some pasta, like basics, like, you know, sandwiches. Sandwiches is not even cooking. Chicken, I learned how to make that in the summer going because my mom was like, you need to learn how to cook. So, I broke my chair. Okay, but cooking, I was like, I do not want to get in the freshman 15. No. So I hauled my butt to the frozen food section, and I picked up lean cuisines. Lean cuisines are really good, and I just pop in the microwave, because like college, it may seem like you have a lot of free time, but I was rarely in my apartment. Like, I would go to study, eat, sleep, but study only at night. But normally I would be on campus like throughout the whole day. So I just wanted like really easy things. I would eat a lot of lean cuisines, Progressor soups. I would have those with like some crackers on the side. I would also, what I found at HEB, people get, they're kind of grossed out by this, and I do not know why, but HEB, they sell grilled chicken, like frozen grilled chicken in a bag, and it's meant to be microwaved. Like, so you don't have to put it on a pan, you don't have to do any of that craziness, and they're already flavored. I just pop them in, and you're ready to go. When I saw this at HEB, I was like,
wow.
So I tried those out, and they're really good. I would either do, I would also like boil vegetables. I would get, like just the mixed vegetables in a bag in the frozen food section at HEB, and I would just boil those. I would make a lot of it, and then just put it in a Tupperware, put it in the fridge, and like for a week, like that was like my meal prep, like, and then just heat it up whenever I ate. And then and then the chicken with the side of vegetables, or also I would sometimes make like my Chipotle salad. Like, I would have the chicken, cut it up, get spinach, corn, black beans, all that good stuff, mix it up. There was my salad. So, not living at home, I had to learn how to cook, but I wasn't really cooking, you know. But I did cook a few times. I would cook like asparagus and potatoes, like that would require like the oven. Wasn't that hard. I asked my cousin for help because she was the one who showed me how to do it. This year I'm hoping I can make fish in the oven, because I learned, I don't know, this summer I loved fish. So I used to not like it, but now I do. So I'm trying to make that this school year. And I would make like tuna pasta. That sounds weird, but it's really good, like one of my favorites. And me and my friend made cauliflower wings, since she's vegan. So we just made cauliflower, and then we like looked up a recipe. That one was like probably the most time consuming recipe I did, but it was fun. So and for breakfast I would make a lot of like smoothies. So that was like a good on the go. I would just put it in a cup, go to class, done. So that's pretty much the topic of not living at home. I had to learn laundry. And dishes. That's another thing too. Yeah. So my apartment was super cool, and it had a dishwasher. So that was really nice. And what my roommate and I agreed to do, we would rinse our dishes, put it in the dishwasher, and then not to have it running all the time, we would wait until our dishwasher filled up. And then we would, whoever had it, we would just put the soap in, and then it was so good to go. Yeah, my roommate and I were really good about that. So that's a little tip, to just wait until the dishwasher is full. So the second part of the question was, the full question read, what's it like with so much free time in college and not living at home? So I already touched on the not living at home part, but what's it like with so much free time in college? I thought that I would have a lot more free time in college, But I joined organizations. I joined the Hispanic Business Student Association, Women in Business Association, Students Expanding Austin Literacy, and the McCombs Leadership Program. So with all those organizations, there's always different events happening, different panels to go to, different things that different things that the university is hosting, and also balancing a social life on top of like studying all the time. So it's not like I had all the free time in the world, but it was definitely very different than high school, where in high school I was on a stacked schedule every day, like wake up, go to morning practice, go to school, go to afternoon practice, study for homework or do homework, eat, shower, sleep, and then repeat for 5 days, and then on track season, like on Saturdays, go to a meet. And then, yeah, it was just very, very routine in high school. And so that's what I loved so much about going to college, was I was not on a routine at all. Like, I was very different. I had different things to do every day, and that I thoroughly enjoyed having that. Even with all those organizations, I still made sure that I wouldn't go insane, and that I would still have like my me time. And that was mostly like when I ate, whenever I would eat, I would watch YouTube, kind of regroup myself until I went to the next class. But there were still times where I was able to watch Netflix on Friday night, Netflix on Saturdays, and that was a lot of fun. Like, I remember it was a Tuesday night, and I had never done this in my life. In high school, some of my friends would be like, "Oh, I watched this movie last night. Oh, I did this last night." I'm like, "How do you have time? Like, don't you have homework to do or something?" But it was a Tuesday night, and I had finished my studying for the day, and I was like, "Oh, what do I do right now? This is odd." And so I remember I watched a movie on Netflix just like on a Tuesday night, super random, and I thought that was like the most like college thing I had done, because it was like pretty like maybe a month into the school year of my first semester. So I thought that was so cool. And yeah, that's what it's like having free time in college if you didn't have it in high school. But I would recommend joining organizations. You don't want to have too much free time, because then I feel like you just get off schedule and you're not going to study. You're like, "Oh, I'll save it for later. I'll save it for later." But it's like, no, like you have to schedule your studying, prioritize your life. So, yeah. The third question reads, "How has making friends been?" And I love my friends so much. Oh my gosh. Okay. So, when you go to orientation, I went to the first orientation, and we actually like had a group chat of people who were going to the first orientation. So there was a group of us, and we're like, "Oh, we got to our hotel. Oh, I think it was the Aggie baseball team was staying at our hotel. A few of us were staying at, and someone brought it up, and I was like, "Oh, I'm at that hotel." And then two other girls were like, "Oh, I'm at that hotel." So literally the night before orientation, we all met up. We went downstairs. We're like, "Okay, let's go meet each other so that we can see each other during orientation when we won't be like freaked out or anything." So I still talked to 4 of those people that I met at the day before orientation. So that was really cool. What also helped was like having that like hashtag UT22 Twitter, like following people. That was really good. And then I was in an organization my freshman year in high school called the National Hispanic Institute. And so 2 of my friends were in that organization, and we were all going to UT. So we met up, and we're also in the Hispanic Business Student Association now, and because it was super cool, because we're also in business, so we're like, "Oh, awesome, like let's link up." They introduced me. It has been so amazing. Definitely join organizations, talk to people in your classes. They'll help you out, whether it be studying, you have a question on an assignment, study groups. Making friends has been fun, and it feels like, although it's such a large campus, like I feel like I have my group of friends. Like, I thought that like in college, like I would like not know anybody, but it does not feel where I'm like walking in class and I see someone that I know, and I'm like, oh hi, and it just like it truly brightens up my day. Like, I'm such a social butterfly. Like, I love being with people. I love seeing people. I love talking to people. So if I'm feeling down in the dumps one day and I see a friend, like, my mood will instantly change, and I think that's so cool. So how's making friends been? Like I said, like, I'm very social. It has been pretty darn easy for me. But if you're not one of those people, and if you're going to UT, please hit me up. I will gladly be your friend. I love making new friends. Whether you're in business or not, I do not care. I have lots of friends who aren't in business. But making friends will, like, pretty much make or break you in college. Like, you do not want to hang out with the wrong crowd, even though it's college. Like I will preach this till I die. Like, prioritize your studying and your social life, like, it and your organizations. Like, it makes all the difference.
The next
question reads, what has been the most challenging aspect? I think for me that would have to be studying. Although in high school I feel like I studied, it was never like at the collegiate level of how to study. And I do mention it in my finals blog about, like, distributed learning. And so if you want to go check that out, I do mention it in, like, the beginning of my finals blog, because I don't want to talk about it again too much, because I don't want this video to be, like, super duper lengthy. But it's distributed learning. Balance out your studying. Like me, I'm not a person who can study, like, one thing for 8 hours straight and go take my test the next day. Like, no, I need, like, 2 hours to refresh my memory and get it stored in the brain, because it's very important for tests. Because tying along with the most challenging aspect, in college you do not have daily assignments, you don't have lots of quizzes. It just depends on your professor. But I had professors who didn't give me quizzes every week, but I also had professors who had 3 exams that were 30% of my grade, and then 2 assignments that were 5% each, which equaled 100% for your total grade. And so that was pretty difficult, because it made you have to study. Like, you had to know your material for the entire, like, your midterm, final exam. And it was pretty tough. It was different than having, like, your high school, where it was like quiz, okay, chapter test, and you just went everything throughout the 4 weeks. And yeah, so that was different. But I'll say it again, distributed learning.
The next question is,
what would you do in your spare time at UT? So, like I said before, I didn't have, like, a lot of free time, but, I don't really know what to consider. I know what free time is, but, like, on Saturdays, I had the big ticket, and I would go to every football game, so I wouldn't be studying during that time. Me and my friends, I love that we like the same things. We would go thrift shopping a lot. We would go thrift shopping. I think it's called 365 Things Austin on Instagram, and that has, like, things that are always happening in Austin, like, for that day, for the week. So if we didn't know what to do that weekend, we would go there. Like, the Valley, living in the Valley, like, I feel like there's lots of chains of restaurants and stuff, and so in Austin, we would always try to go to a new restaurant, a new ice cream place, something very different and fun that we knew we didn't have back home, because a lot of my friends are still from the Valley. And we'd go thrift shopping, football games. I guess that's really not considered spare time. Thrift shopping, finding new restaurants, and we would also look for a super cute coffee shop. So on my Instagram, shout myself out, Ava Struts. I have a highlight that's called food, because I was like, I know living in Austin, like, it is such a major thing, like, to try different things. Such a major thing to try. It's such a major thing, I guess, to try new foods of, like, different cultures. So that's really fun to do on my spare time, because I love eating. Someone asked me, what would be the best piece of advice you could give when applying to colleges? So my dad went to McCombs, which is a school of business at UT. So I kind of, like, when trying to figure out what I wanted to do, I kind of used process of elimination. I knew I didn't want to go into the medical field. Education was kind of my second choice, or third, and then I think, like, communications was my second choice. And I don't know, I didn't do, like, so much studying. I knew I didn't want something that was, like, purely math based, purely reading based. I liked a little taste of everything, and so I landed on marketing, and I recently just declared my major. I think it was yesterday. Yeah, yesterday. So that was really, really exciting. So I'm officially a marketing major at UT. So that's so cool. I love saying that because at UT, in the business school, all freshmen are declared as unspecified business so that we can have our first year, get our feet wet, kind of know what we want to do instead of like having to change majors, which a lot of people do, which isn't bad, but it just helps prevent that. So like I said, my dad went there, so I kind of knew that I wanted to go to UT. I did apply to other schools. I applied to UT, of course, UTRGV, U of H, Texas State, and Texas Tech, and I got accepted to all of them. I think there was one more, but I don't remember. And got accepted to all of them. I think the mistake that I did that I'm preaching to my brother right now, because he's going to be a junior, know what you want, like have an idea of what like you want to study. Like my brother wants to go into medicine, and I'm telling him like find the best schools that have medicine. And I also, naming those schools, I don't know if you noticed, but I didn't apply to any out-of-state schools, and I didn't apply to any private institutions, just for financial reasons, because it is more expensive if you do private or go out of state. So I knew I had to apply to schools within Texas that had good business schools, and McCombs is actually one of the best in the nation. So I'm gonna pat myself on the back right there. I felt really good about that, and it was so nerve-wracking because UT does the 7% thing. So I was in the 1% of my school, so I knew I would be accepted into UT, but I didn't know if I would be accepted into the business school. And I barely learned about that literally I think like my junior or senior year in high school. So if you're watching this and you didn't know about that, you can be accepted into the school, but then like within UT, I'm just going to use UT for an example, like into UT, but then I may or may not have been accepted into McCombs, and I probably would have gone into Moody, which I think is communications. So if you have a dream school and you want to work for it, McCombs was my dream school. I was so ecstatic when I got accepted. And I got accepted on Valentine's Day, so McCombs will always be my Valentine. I'm just kidding. But that was really exciting, and it's very different because I did not know about that. So in applying to colleges, I would say narrow down your schools to, if money doesn't matter, I would say narrow your schools down to which colleges have the best schools, like which are best ranked for what I want to go in, because after you graduate from college, the people that are hiring you are going to look at where you went, like how your grades were, and if you excelled at a pretty easy school but you did good at a better school. There's lots of things that go into play. So I would say like kind of have an idea of what you want to do and apply to the best schools that offer that. So I feel like the last question is very fitting to end this video. It is, what has been your favorite memory at UT so far? So I loved my first year at the University of Texas. Like I mentioned before, I was talking about my friends, loved them. I think a few like favorites have definitely been the football games. I'm a huge like UT football fan. Like my dad would play, I'd be sitting there. Colt McCoy is probably my first crush that I ever had. But the football games were like my favorite, and I think also another favorite has been I think it would be like HBSA, like going to the meetings. I feel so, like we have different people from like different companies like P&G, Goldman Sachs. We have so many amazing people coming to talk to us, and I just feel so honored to like literally just be in their presence, like, and EY, like getting their contact information, having one-on-one sessions with them, like doing little panels. And I think like that, like every time that happens, like I just feel like a little spark of joy, like, okay, Ava, like you're doing something right here. And I just feel so blessed to be going to that school and like meeting all these amazing people who like are student like this who are students, and I know they're gonna go far, and meeting executives from like major companies. I think that is so insane. And I think another like favorite memory has been going to my friend's apartment and going to her apartment and surprising her for her birthday. And we went at midnight, me and my friends, and we stayed there till like 4 a.m. talking, and it was like exam week, and it's so cool like to look back at me and my friends and like just be like, I feel like we're always gonna have those memories, and I think we'll have each other's back like literally for the rest of our lives, and I love them. Like, I am so blessed with them. So that concludes the end of this video, and I hope you all liked it. I loved reflecting and looking back at my first year at UT. I think it has been amazing, and I'm really looking forward to my second year and making new friends and making new memories and seeing the different challenges that come my way, because I know my first year probably wasn't even that challenging. So it'll be fun to navigate through a new chapter of my life, as cheesy as that sounds. But that's the end of this video. So don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye. Welcome.